Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my humble home, my humble casa, my hacienda on the windy hills of Livingston, Montana. Okay, today's date is April 3rd of 2022, and I'm going to be telling a story. Now, in the past on my channel here, that's one of the things I've done is told stories of the past, if you will, and I put out a poll asking people what they want to see out of me, and uh, my tour videos were pretty highly rated on that poll and my storytelling. So if you're new to this channel, prepare to be amazed. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. And if you're a regular subscriber to this channel, well, prepare to be bored. Okay, let me get this browser out of your face here. Let me shrink myself down a little bit because I'm going to, this story here. Okay, let me stop here for just a second. Set up this scene for you. The story here, I can't remember if it happened in the summer of 69 or the summer of 1970, but I was either a junior or a senior in high school for sure when this little fiasco went on. And what I'm talking about is I almost got drowned by a dog. Drowned by a dog in Polson, Montana. Polson, Montana is a city that's right on the south shores of Flathead Lake. Flathead Lake is the biggest lake in Montana, northwestern Montana. It's 28 miles long and 15 miles wide. It's the biggest freshwater lake out here in the Intermountain West. It's just that simple. But back when I was in high school, I almost lost my life there. Okay, let me shrink this down here, and we're going to fly over there to add a little content, to my movie file here. We're gonna take a look at Polson and Flathead Lake from Google Earth there. I thought that'd be relatively interesting. Well, we'll see about that. Anyway, let me get my storytelling rear end up here. Okay, hang on here with me, folks. And all right, this is Polson. I took the liberty of already putting this, save me a little time. But this town right here, let me do a 360 degree. Let me get up here a little closer. This lake is huge. I'm not kidding you. See this? Right here. This doggone thing, like I say, is 28 miles long, and its widest point, I believe, is right here through Wild Horse Island, and that is about 15 miles wide. Okay, right here at Rocky Point. First of all, let me draw this up a little bit. Let me give you a little spin of this country here. Now, hang on here. I'll be telling the story in a minute. Don't go to sleep on me and all that kind of stuff. I hate it when I get, okay, this is good here. Let me 3D this. 360 degree. The Rocky Mountains are, over to the east of this. This is called the Mission Valley, by the way. Get that pin out of your hair. Okay. Rocky Point. This right out in this area is where I almost lost my life. Let me get, instead of playing around with this map, let me get on with my story here. Okay. Now, I used to have a friend of mine that lived out here somewhere. This has all changed on this map, but this road right here going out to Kings Point and Rocky Point and all that, I had a friend of mine that lived out in here somewhere. But this country's changed since 1969, trust me, or 1970. But they lived, I want to say, somewhere, it's hard to say, but it was right like, I don't know. This country's changed quite a bit, but I'm going to say their place was like right here, right where I'm going to drop this pin, right there. Okay, let me turn this around here real quick, and I'll get on with the story here. The only reason why I'm doing this is just to kind of show you what I was dealing with. Some big water that day that this incident happened, but I was out here on this Kings Point, Rocky Point Road. I had a friend of mine that his parents had a home out there, and this buddy of mine, he had This was a high school buddy of mine. His name was Greg, and the family had a rowboat, just a simple old rowboat, okay? And he always told me, Jim, look, if you want to come out here, you and your brother, whatever, you just jump in the old rowboat and you can go rowing out and go fishing. Or let me look at the time here. That's what I was interested in, was going fishing, to tell you the truth of the matter, because I was a poor kid, you know. Nobody in my family owned a boat, and only the people that had a little bit more money than I did roared around Flathead Lake with fishing boats, skiing boats, and all this other kind of stuff. Now, I jumped at the chance every time I jumped at the chance every time I got the chance, let me put it to you that way, to go out on any kind of boat on Flathead Lake. Okay. Now I want to make sure I show you how big this area is here. Yeah, I come way out. I drew way back here on this map. So this is a big lake. I'm not kidding you. Right up here, follow my cursor. This is where the Rocky Mountains are. And anyway, I grew up in this area and I know every square inch of it. Okay. I really do. Anyway, here's this Kings Point, Rocky Point, where I'm supposed to be. Rocky Point. There we go again. My friend lived out here somewhere, but it's been so many years I can't remember. But anyway, we took off. Let me just say we took off in this rowboat and went out to about there where I'm going to drop this pin. Something like that. You know, we rowed like 150, 200 yards off the shore, my brother and I. There was no motor on that boat. There, you know, it wasn't any of that. I mean, we're just doing this number, you know. So as we were rowing out there, I could see Greg's dog. Greg had a great big, it was either a St. Bernard or it was a German Shepherd or it was one of them dogs that likes the water. Well, I'm not a dog person, but, you know, it was one of them breeds of dogs that, you know, that liked waters. Labrador is what I'm trying to think. It was one of them type of dogs. I know doggone well that dog weighed over 100 pounds. But when we went out to go fishing, like I say, we rode out there 150, 200 yards. I could see the dog following us. Instead of me, like an idiot, I should have known better. I should have put that dog in the boat because it was a real friendly people person kind of dog, but we didn't. You know, most of the time when I went fishing, I didn't worry about dogs or babysitting dogs because sometimes dogs just don't make it with fishing, okay? But we get out there and here comes this dog, you know, and he comes up to the boat and it's just panting and heaving and breathing real hard and everything. And I told Nick, I said, man, we better try to get this dog in this boat. You know, let me spin this around so you guys don't get too bored here, you know. Yeah, anyway, yeah, let me drop another pin here. I was out there like that somewhere, you know, but anyway, let me drop another pin. They go away. Anyway, I was out there about as far as you see those pins, okay? And in the melee of the brother and I trying to help that dog, trying to hoist him up in the boat, we lost one of our oars. It just went, I could just see it floating away from the boat, you know? And Nick told me, he says, hey, that's my brother, you know, he says, we got an oar over there, blah, blah. And I, without even thinking, I threw my clothes off, took everything out of my jeans pockets and everything, and just dove in after that oar. I spent countless hundreds, if not thousands of hours swimming on the Flathead Lake when I was a kid. I did high diving, diving off of bridges, all this kind of stuff. So anyway, I swim over there, get this oar, and here comes this dog. And what it was trying to do was climb up on my back, bottom line, climb up on my back. And man, did that hurt because this dog, it wasn't biting me or anything, but it was that tired when it was trying to use me as an island or a life preserver or something along those lines like that, you know. And basically what it did, the weight of this dog was pulling me down. And I was like 20, 30 feet away from that rowboat that my brother's sitting in. Anyway, this dog eventually it ended up scratching my back real bad, holding me down and everything. And finally, I got the bright idea to just dive underneath the water, swim all the way over to the boat and underneath the boat. And I came up the other side and hopped in the boat, you know. But We never could get but that dog came very, very close to drowning me. I am not kidding you. I never realized how bad I was hurt till we got back to the shore because our day was ruined by that time. Believe you me, that dog did a good job of ruining our little fishing trip. I don't even think we got a line in the water or whatever have you. We went back to the shore. That dog still didn't, we still couldn't get it up in the boat, but it didn't die or anything like that. It made it back too. But on my back, there were scratches at least 18 inches long. My whole back wasn't literally shredded, but almost. I mean, that was the scariest I ever was. The only thing that saved me is I kept my head about me, went underneath the water, swam. I was real good swimming underneath water and all that kind of stuff. I used to pull a lot of pranks on people. Anyway, so like I say, I swam up to the other side of the boat and my hopped in there and all was good except for my back wasn't good, you know. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, let me get this out of your hair. I probably fooled around with that too long and whatever have you. You know, I'm sorry about that, but let me move this over here and say my goodbyes. All right, I don't know how long this video was, ladies and gentlemen, too long, but I got to get going because I like to keep them short. If you want to leave a comment, that would be fine. And this is a true story too. I'm not making this up. Uh, if you want to sign up for my channel or subscribe, that would be fine. You know, fingers up, fingers down, rate me, hate me, love me, you know, ring bells, do a little jig, do a little dance, all that kind of stuff, you know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Take care of yourselves. We shall see you on down the trail, and adios, my friends. Okay, where's the button that let me out of here?